I want to share a true story with you. It's about a famous sculptor who lived in the 19th century, quite a while ago. His name was Daniel Chester French. Maybe it was reversed. Maybe it was Chester Daniel French, but I'm sure it was Daniel C. French. He did two famous statues, sculptures himself. One is the Gallaudet Group. It's a statue. It shows the father of Gallaudet College, who was the first president of Gallaudet College, Thomas Gallaudet. It shows him sitting, teaching his first deaf girl the first letter of the alphabet, A. It shows him with his arm around the girl. And the girl sits looking up to him, making the letter A. It's a very impressive statue. The other statue he did was the Abraham Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. It shows Lincoln himself sitting with his arms on the arm of a chair. Many visitors visit that place every year. They flood to it. It's a very popular place in Washington, D.C. But let's go back to the Gallaudet statue. When Mr. Gallaudet was the first president of Gallaudet College, he, along with the alumni group, asked Mr. French, the sculptor, to sculpt that statue. Mr. French fought it over. He had never had any association with deafness before. He had heard a lot about the wonderful things, the wonderful work that Gallaudet College was doing with our deaf people. So he visited Gallaudet College, looked around our beautiful campus, our beautiful buildings. He walked. He said, "I think I will accept the job. The commission is accepted." Everyone was very happy because he was already a well-known, famous sculptor. Everyone was excited, and they asked Mr. French, "Where are you going to put that statue?" Mr. French said, "I will have to walk around the campus again, once more, just to make sure to pick the right location for that statue." Fine. So one beautiful day, he walked all over the campus, the front, the back, in the fields. He walked on the street, Florida Avenue, which is in front of Gallaudet College. He looked, he made notes. He looked, and he made several sketches. Then he went to Dr. Gallaudet and told him, "I have the perfect place for that Gallaudet statue." "Really?" "Yes." "Where?" Mr. French said, "Exactly in front of the college itself, facing the college with the back to Florida Avenue, where passing cars can glance at it." The alumni thought it was the perfect place, right in the center of everything. But there were a few unhappy people there. Who were the unhappy people? Well, Dr. Gallaudet's children. His children? Why would they be interested in that place? Well, you must remember that before, and still nowadays, the presidents who live on campus live in a big house. So naturally, Dr. Gallaudet's children lived on campus, played with the students. Everyone knew each other very well. But sad, that location had a beautiful tree, heavy. I think it was an oak tree. It was thick, and it was very old. It had seen many, many days. The children had built a swing, and with many beautiful days had swung and played on that tree. It was their favorite playground. But Mr. French, that mean old man, he wants to put that statue right in the middle of our play area. That means what? Well, what do you think? It means they have to cut that tree down. That was the most terrible thing, unheard of. What a terrible thing. Our loved playmate, that tree that protected us during rain, protected us during the warm days, sat beneath it and gave us cool shade. He's going to kill our friend. They ran home. They argued with their parents. They argued with Dr. Gallaudet. You can't do that to us. You can't, you can't, you can't. Dr. Gallaudet, like all good fathers, didn't want to hurt his children, but still, he wanted to think of some way. He had to think like president of Gallaudet College. He was torn between the alumni group and the children. So he told the alumni group and the children, and he told Dr. French, let me think it over. Let me sleep on it. Feeling let down, they said, okay, Dr. Gallaudet. That poor man, he had a burden on his shoulders. He went home. He got ready for bed. During the night, there was a terrible storm. Lightning, thunder, and rain. It rained all night. Then in the middle of the night, they heard something. Heard a very loud thump. Dr. Gallaudet looked out the window, and you know what? The tree was hit by lightning. What happened? Mr. French was happy. The alumni, happy. The children, no. But through an act of God, Mr. French got his wish.